Yeah, right here.
Yeah, that sucked.
A Florida police officer is off the job after he crashed his patrol car while watching, let's just say, things he definitely should not have been watching at that time.
Porn.
Newly released body cam footage shows the deputy's reaction to the accident.
Imagine that one. What you mean, Ghost? He can't say it, but I can. Nigga, you at work. I am, but shit. Hey, squad. That nigga was driving his police car watching at the same time, and he crashed. Damn. How that happened? How that happened? Because I know a nigga like me, I ain't no way in hell if I even had the opportunity, mind you, and visualize me real quick. Y'all niggas got an imagination, so let's do it. Half of y'all niggas is high anyway, so it's gonna be better. All right, let's go. You got you a big ass mansion, and you live in the middle of Texas, well, in the outskirts of Texas, bro, on a ranch. Meaning you got 20 acres in your backyard, right? 20 acres in your backyard. Just imagine this shit real quick. Then you get in your truck that got hella room in it, right? Usually, you get the computer and you jack off in your room. But you tried. You got the opportunity. You have a car in the backyard to go ahead and drive while watching porn and jacking off. Which one are you choosing? Your room or the backyard that nobody can see, that you got full opportunity to do? You still gonna choose the room, right? What type of weird nigga gonna watch this shit while he driving a police car at work? Nobody, bro. Ain't nothing like the room when the kids sleep or at school and your girl at work or at mama house. Anyway, it ain't nothing like the house, right? I don't know where you trying to go with the
And an internal investigation report shows he came clean before resigning. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. 28-year-old Tristan McComber was a deputy with the Lake County, Florida Sheriff's Office, and he apparently crashed his patrol vehicle into the back of another car that was stopped for a school bus. And after that, what did he do?
Hold on. You hit the car that was, hey, and this nigga, that car saved you from making national news, my nigga. I'm telling you now. That car saved you from making national news, nigga, because if he didn't hit the car that hit the school bus, then that nigga would have hit the school bus. Imagine the cop hitting the school bus watching porn early in the morning, nigga. So you mean to tell me it's early in the goddamn morning, you up here watching porn on your motherfucking... That car saved him from making the national news, squad. I'm telling you now. Nigga. That car is lucky, bro.
He subsequently decided to quit instead of being fired. Now you might be saying, wait a second, Jesse.
It was coming.
Why would he quit? It's probably an accident, right? Why would he quit over this? You see, the fact that he crashed isn't the reason he was the subject of an internal investigation. No, it's because of what he was doing just before the accident. And to talk more about that, I'm going to bring in Alexis Rosenberg, trial attorney, federal litigator, to talk more about this. Thanks so much for coming here on Sidebar. Appreciate it.
Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. Hey, who know who Kurt Franklin is? The point I'm trying to make is porn addiction is real and it's crazy and it's just as bad as any other addiction, bro. I don't know this fool, but there's no way in hell you cannot be addicted to porn and do some shit like this. I promise y'all, I ain't never, ever watched it at work, squad. It's always been a home thing, my nigga. What, bro? I don't see how. My nigga, I'm not even a phone type of nigga. I need the laptop. How you got it on your phone? You know what I'm saying? Where somebody be like, let me use your phone real quick. You ain't, it's that serious, bro? Police be weirdos too. Now, all the women that filed sexual harassment and talking about he searched them and did whoop-de whoop whoop. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Now, before I get your reaction,
Why she looks so
I want to play a
surprised?
little bit of the body cam video. So the audio doesn't come in until just after McComber rear ends the car, but you can tell he has something in his right hand, and that looks like a phone.
Yeah. That nigga went soft real quick. Hey, imagine that, squad. We done got some neck in the car before. Now imagine you crash right then and there. It's like, I'm talking about 0.00001 second. It's gonna limp real quick. I got the. I promise you, bro. That Woody was gone. And you know how mad you gotta be if you didn't get it off. Right? He didn't finish, bro. If you crashed in the back of that car, that means you was like into the video. You know what I'm saying? You was into that shit. My nigga mine, he wasn't even in the car at that point, bro. He was in the house at the room. Oh, hey, get the Twitch. Get the Twitch, squad. Put the link in the description for me, somebody, please. Real quick. Let's hear this excuse. Let's hear this nigga excuse.
911 assist is turned off. 911 assist call will not be made by Zing.
Delete history. Delete history, nigga.
You can use.
Hold on, real quick. And before this, did they take his phone to see if he was texting while driving? It's either that's how they found it, or when he crashed, they slowed the video down. They did the slow-mo and seen a little clip of the POR. You know what I'm saying? They seen a little clip of that shit, right? They bro, this nigga got the caught blue-handed. Yeah, it's a wrap for this nigga, bro. That's what he gets.
Creston and County Road 435 are going to be involved. There's going to be signal 16. Son of 10-4.
And then he
So
gonna have
this
the nerves.
accident happened back in November in Sorrento, Florida, around 1:30 in the afternoon. Then Deputy McComber hit the other car hard enough to deploy his airbag, which of course would leave anybody disoriented. But
Weirdo.
he gets out of the patrol car and eventually reaches down to pick up again his phone from the floorboard.
Gosh darn it.
4K! They got this nigga, bro. That's why they blurred out the screen. I'm thinking like they had to slow it down real quick, right? They did. To this. To this, bro. Imagine, and this what I'm saying. When you at work, I talked about this last time, bro. I talked about this last time. They was like, the police be doing all this shit when they know they on camera. I promise you, when you got a camera on you 24/7, not I promise you, because it ain't never happened. But at work, cameras watch you 24/7, right? You be doing shit and like you ain't gonna think real quick like I dropped my phone on the seat, maybe the camera got it real quick, or let me pick my phone up off the ground and flip it over to the backside and not put it on the seat. You ain't thinking that the camera is filming you at that time, and you just not thinking that, bro. You not. This nigga got caught, not even. His whole thing, I'm in the car crash, I'm watching this porn, whoop whoop whoop. He ain't thinking like the camera got the phone. He know the camera got the action in. He know the camera. He ain't thinking the camera got the phone though. You know what I'm saying? Is that Cherokee?
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, it did. Freaky ass police department.
Yeah, I'm good.
Just a little porn accident. Just a little porn accident. That's it.
Hello, ma'am. Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brain's locked up.
Okay.
You good?
I was like, oh my goodness, wait.
Yeah, but if she would have hit you, get out the car, put your, now you want to, I'm so sorry. Listen to my guy though. My brakes locked up. What the fuck? I swear to God, if we ever get caught, I know that's going to make her mad, but that's the excuse we using. And if you've been living with your girl for the past, 5 or 10 years, you got caught before, you just went, oh shit, my bad. Get out. Let me carry on. Nah, but look. Yeah, we gonna say my brakes locked up. Just look at her and tell her that. She gonna be like, what the fuck? Say it just like that though, bro. Look. Just like this. Just like this. Just like this.
Hello, ma'am. Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brain's locked up.
Okay.
Just like that. My brakes locked up. Like I had to. Your brakes locked up. Fuck it.
You good?
I was like, oh my goodness, wait. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Do you just want to pull
Yeah,
off right
should I
here?
pull for more? Okay.
Just to make sure you're out of the turn lane.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're out of the turn lane.
You could hear McComber say that his brakes locked up, seemingly blaming that for why he couldn't stop in time. And we don't know if the driver of that car
Your
was
husband
injured
is
in any way,
freak.
but she needed to be conscious, alert when McComber was talking with her. So, Alexis, let me bring you in here. You know, what's your reaction to that video? First thoughts.
When you first look at the video, you're not really sure what he's grabbing for, the movement. You really have to focus in on the video to see, as you mentioned, that there's a phone that he is grabbing for. So you don't know that he necessarily was doing anything inappropriate.
And we
On
will
his
get
phone
into
while driving,
what
breaking the
seemingly
law.
really did cause this crash, and oh boy, is it something. But before we get into that, you know, his reaction, disoriented, he's relatively calm considering he knows he's at fault for what just happened though, right?
That's because he think it's a regular look. Police officers get into car accidents all the time. I'm gonna tell him my brakes locked up. He already knew what to say. My brakes locked up, I rear-ended him, boom. Insurance, you at work the next day. Not fired, not a desk job, probably a drug test, that's it, bam. That's why he was so cool. He not thinking the video got that porn shit on there. Now we investigating the whole department because all y'all niggas freaky, bro.
Well, he knew what he was doing, even though it wasn't at first glance so evident in the video. But he definitely knew, which we later find out, that he was doing something inappropriate. He shouldn't have been doing that. As well as in the video, we can see that he jumped out of the car, and it doesn't appear he had his seatbelt even on.
And yes, we will talk about that a little bit more. So McComber had radioed into dispatch. An investigator came out to document the scene. According to an internal report, McComber told officials that he had just finished up a phone call with another deputy when he'd seen the sedan stopped in the road for a school bus on the other side of the street with its lights flashing. He claims the brakes on his patrol car locked up. And McComber also told officials that the ABS light on his dashboard had been lit up since he had some calibrations done on the speedometer. Here is the problem with that. An investigator looked back at that.
Hey, wait. You supposed to get that check? Cause my ABS on one of my cars and like two of my motorcycles. You supposed to get that check? Don't that stand for automatic brake system or some shit like that? I just mean the lights come on mean I'm good. Like, look, you good. This light on. Even to check engine light, I don't check that shit. I just be like, oh, the back door kind of open a little bit. Shit, you gotta completely stop for me to take that shit to the shop. Imagine taking your car to the shop with nothing wrong with it, just for a checkup. I'm black. We don't do that. What the fuck you mean I'm taking my car to the shop just for a checkup? There ain't nothing wrong. Bro, we'll take our car to the shop until it's something wrong with the shit. Like it's jerking or it ain't starting. Leaking oil. Shit, the blinker ain't working. Y'all do regular checkups? That shit crazy. I swear to God on my mama. I swear to God on my life. Y'all know how they be like, yeah, come get your annual checkup after 600 miles. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Nigga, I'm running this bitch to 10,000 miles if this shit running right. What's 600 miles gonna do? More money for y'all? The fuck? There ain't no annual checkup over here. Shit,
that body cam video that we were just playing you, and saw that McComber was looking at something on his phone when he crashed. So what was he looking at? Well, let's start with this. So we got our hands on the internal report, which details how an investigator followed up with McComber the day after the crash to ask him about the fact that you could see he was looking at something on his phone. It reads, quote, DS McComber advised me that he was traveling behind the vehicle and had just finished a phone call with DS Hoffman. He went on to say that he was scrolling through text messages on his phone from a group text with his Sector 3 colleagues just prior to the crash. He stated he was not sending text messages when the crash occurred. After speaking with DS McComber, I reviewed the videos again. DS McComber's right hand comes down into view of the body-worn camera, and you can see the screen of the cell phone. On the screen of the phone, you can see that DS McComber is viewing a picture or a video at the time of the crash, and he was not scrolling through text messages. Upon further review, you can see DS McComber exit the patrol vehicle at approximately, and it gives the timestamp there, and there is no evidence of him removing his seatbelt. He looks back into his patrol vehicle, and you can see the driver's seatbelt is latched and tied against the seat. It appears that the seatbelt was latched behind his back and not being utilized at the time of the crash. So then, the investigator follows up with McComber's usual supervisor, who told him there were no videos or photographs in the group chat between him and the other Sector 3 members, like McComber had said. So at this point, McComber is written up for 3 violations of policy. One is departure from the truth. Another is certain use of electronic handheld devices prohibited. And another is use of safety belt. So the first, departure from the truth, is because he said he was viewing text from the group chat when it was clear he was looking at some sort of image. It wasn't the group chat. And they don't even know what exactly those images or image is as of yet. Now, as we wonder whether or not Mr. McComber may need a great lawyer, let me tell you about Law and Crime's exclusive
Damn it, I hate this
personal
nigga.
injury law firm. Verdict for Florida.
Don't care.
Deserve injured. Talk to does one person violations, and talk to me about the fact that how many times in your career does one person say something and yet the digital evidence, the body cam, the cell phone, it tells the true story.
Because police be lying too.
First, let's just say liar, liar, pants on fire. You would think he would know better. Also, he knows the policies and procedures, and he knows that if there's an accident in a police car, that they are going to go back, do an investigation. They're going to look at body cam. They're going to look at dashboard cam. I just don't even see how he thought he was going to get away with this. But I mean, now that videos are so prevalent and that we have them so much.
This is why they say there's no such thing as a perfect crime. That nigga wasn't thinking, squad. That's all it is. Imagine you up there watching porn, right? You driving your car. You at work. You the police officer. You crash. You know what I'm saying? You not thinking that, oh, yeah, I need to, dang, the camera on, or the phone. Let me check and make sure she all right. Damn, I crashed. Let me radio this in real quick. He wasn't thinking that none of this shit was going to happen today, bro. He had to think like that. But, nigga, you the police. You not a criminal, bro. Even criminals can't commit perfect crimes. He got caught slipping. He wasn't thinking, bro. He wasn't, and got caught. Happens to the best and the worst of us, bro. We get caught slipping. It is what it is,
many times in court cases and investigations, workers' comp investigations, they're so prevalent, you should just assume they exist because that is really going to speak volumes. If we didn't have that, nobody probably would have even suspected that this was anything but what he was saying.
Yeah, and talk to me about the violations, because my understanding is even if he hadn't resigned, and we haven't even talked about what was on the phone yet, if he hadn't resigned, just the fact that he wasn't wearing the safety belt, was looking at something on his phone, was not being honest, that would have been grounds for him to be fired, right?
It would, but most police departments have a union, and there is a pretty long and in-depth policy and procedure to enable them to actually be fired. A lot of times we'll hear they're put on administrative leave during an investigation. So a full-on investigation in those processes, due process, he would have a right to. So it wouldn't be simply that they did those violations and then they would turn around and say, fire him the next day. But based on what we know from this video and what has come out, and it does appear that they do have a valid reason for termination.
So now we go back to the investigative report, okay? And it states on November 12th, 2024.
License and registration, proof of insurance. Ain't you the nigga that crashed your car when you was watching porn, bro? Like, imagine, and the police officers, they smart, bro. Just started that off the top of my head. They not letting this nigga back to work. They not letting this nigga back to work. He can't pull nobody over. You pull a female over. Aren't you the guy that was watching porn that crashed his car? Now you want to give me a ticket? Are you serious? Don't let it be a white lady with it. Are you serious, motherfucker? Like, you need to reevaluate. Like, you need to go get your porn addiction corrected before you try to correct me and my traffic violations. You need to. This nigga is wrapped up. His neighbors look at him weird. Go ahead and go to your kids' baseball game, basketball game, football game. And 9 times out of 10, you the police, that mean you work in your city. And 9.5 times out of 10, you work in your city. Bro, you the weirdo for the next 3 or 4 years. You know that? Not only the police officer got caught watching porn, nigga, that's making town news off top. But then the nigga crashed the car while watching porn. My nigga, that's making city news now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the little town we in. Now that's making city news. Bro, do you know what kind of position? He's not going to be working here no more. It's a wrap for this nigga. It's a wrap.
D.S. McComber was served with his subject officer notification and given a copy of the officer's Bill of Rights. On November 19th, this detective received a copy of the Sector 3 text group messages for the date of the crash. The group's text messages contain no memes or videos, again saying that he wasn't being honest about what he was looking at. On November 20th, 2024, this detective met with D.S. McComber at the Office of Professional Standards to complete an interview. D.S. McComber was given time to review the case file prior to any questioning. D.S. McComber was read his administrative notification and he agreed to tell the truth. Real quick, Alexis, this is all to show that he has his due process rights that are being adhered to, right?
But he's already proven to be a liar, though.
Given a copy. That's what this is all about, right?
Correct. They're following the procedure in order to be able to ultimately, if they make a determination, terminate him appropriately.
Got it. Okay. So now it goes on to say, D.S. McComber stated that he was on the phone with D.S. Hoffman prior to the vehicle crash, but he was on his personal phone after that phone call looking at inappropriate pictures. D.S. McComber was asked to clarify what he meant by inappropriate pictures, and he stated pornographic material like boobs or whatnot. It actually says that, like boobs or whatnot.
Look like a tit, man.
D.S. McComber
like
stated he was looking at images that contained nudity. Alexis, the cat's out of the bag. This member of law enforcement was allegedly looking at porn when he crashed the car. Does it get any worse than that?
Well, he was specifically looking at boobies while he crashed the car.
The ladies in the chat, and I won't. Nobody know who y'all is, right? Nobody who know who y'all is. Be real with me. Is this terms of a divorce? Cause you know he been watching porn in your house, right? You know that, and I don't think you should trip if you know your man be watching porn. But I know for a fact it's thousands of women that will divorce their husband over something like this. Would y'all do it over embarrassment or that he was watching porn at work? Or just because he was watching it? Let me know for real. Because if so, he lost it all. He lost your job, your pride, your respect from the whole city, your wife, my nigga. No. I think, yeah, definitely, yes. No. No, he lustful. Yeah, bro. He probably done lost his wife over this shit, which is crazy. I be beating myself. Well, he did a lot of beating. I be messing my mind to be messed up over this, bro. Like, damn, all over some fucking titties, squad.
I mean, there are so many things wrong with this. He, like you mentioned, he doesn't have the seatbelt on. He's looking at porn. He's not paying attention. Ultimately, he hits a car that was.
He for sure was beating his meat in that car. Why you say that, Ghost? My nigga took his seatbelt off. We all know when the seatbelt is on, bam, it's over the lap. Fuck the strap part, it's over this. How can we do our thing? Imagine having your pants down with your seatbelt on trying to smack your shit, bro. That shit gonna be rubbing your skin. It's gonna leave a mark. It's gonna be like pulling your hair at the top right there a little bit. So bro had to unbuckle. He had to take that seat. As a wife, I'd be like, damn, what am I doing wrong? Like, bro had to get it off at work while driving. This is the type of nigga that rent a hotel room just to beat his meat. Ain't meet no hoes, you know what I'm saying? It's just him and his phone. Him and his phone. What I say all the time, bro. What I say all the time, and this is a fact in this situation. Every time you catch somebody doing it for the first time, it's not their first time doing it. Just their first time getting caught. He did this 100 times. Just never crashed while doing this shit. It's not his first time doing it. This is his first time getting caught. I promise you, bro. I promise you.
Stop for a bus. So we're at a bus stop or in a school zone. He's not following, it appears, like any of the policies that he is mandated to do it, and has no concern for public safety either.
And what's scary is he could have killed someone. He really could have killed someone.
For
We
real.
talk about distracted driving all the time. You mentioned to me prior that she could theoretically have a lawsuit against the police department and him, right?
A crazy one.
Well, she most likely is going to.
A crazy
hopefully she
one.
wasn't hurt, but I'm assuming because the airbags deployed that there was a decent amount of damage that was done to both of the cars, because the deployment of the airbag does require a certain amount of force. So at a minimum, the repair of the car, more, injuries that she possibly sustained, or anybody else that may.
Y'all know what would have got her $100,000? And I told y'all this before when I had got into a crash on my son's birthday, right, with my kid in the car. And my lawyer kept it real with me, so I had got like almost 30 out that crash, like 30 racks, right? Bro was like, Ghost, next time you get in a car accident, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, I won't be your lawyer, but you my client, so let me put you on game. Next time you get in a car accident, piss on yourself. That's bodily injury. You're gonna get you 100 to 150,000 easy. So I'm telling y'all now, fuck your pride. Fuck your $100 shoes, $200 shoes, $300 pants, $400 shirt. If you in a car accident, piss on yourself, squad. If you want the money. If not, and you got too much pride to piss on yourself, if you didn't do that thing, then go ahead and walk away with your little $5,000. Or that little check they give y'all and wait till your kid turn 18, then he can get it. You know what I'm saying? Put y'all on game already, squad. Doing it again.
May have been in that car.
Yes, it is. It's real.
There would be potential lawsuit against the police department.
Now, in his interview,
It's bodily
McComber
injury.
continued to talk about the ABS and the traction control in the patrol car, reiterating that the lights came on after the speedometer calibrations he had just done. But D.S. McComber, quote, stated the information in his report concerning the ABS and traction control lights being on was more of a deflection than a genuine reason for the vehicle crash. DS McComber stated that he had those lights come on before in his other department-issued vehicles, and there had never been a problem with the brakes before this incident. DS McComber advised he never tested his brakes prior to the vehicle crash that day, even though he had plenty of time
'Cause he's
to
lying.
do so before the vehicle crash. Lexus, what do you make of that?
Well, I mean, I think it's interesting that he decided at this point that he was going to be truthful when he was going down that road of lies. I think that it's possible that there was some sort of talk or agreement that he would resign and admit to his wrongdoings. I just think for him to come clean at this point, there may have been something else going on there.
And McComber, of course, knew he was being dishonest in his report because he told the investigator, DS McComber stated that he knew he was looking at inappropriate pictures, which was the leading cause of the crash. And he deliberately left that information out of his report. He stated that it's called lying by omission. And he further said he knows that one all too well. I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but my gosh, what are we talking about here? And it says DS McComber was asked about a meeting with Sergeant Walls and what they discussed. He was explicitly asked if he lied to Sergeant Walls when he said he was looking at text messages in the Sector 3 group chat, and he said, yes, sir. DS McComber further stated that he knew he was lying to Sergeant Walls during their conversation. DS McComber was asked about wearing his seatbelt during the vehicle crash, and he stated he did not. He stated he believes it more tactically sound not to be seatbelted while on patrol. He stated that it has been his standard practice to not wear a seatbelt, but he knows
What happened to
he should
this
do so.
nigga, man?
Case to talk about. This was not one that I was prepared for, but really appreciate your insight as always.
Thank you.
Damn. That nigga got cooked. It is what it is.